My life before the sanctuary was an ugly place. It was dark and pretty sad. I started out with smoking pot. A lot of people do that are in my situation back in college, and did that for many years. And then graduated to crystal meth, and then crack cocaine, only about 6 months. But I dove right in and had a habit of almost $1,000 a day. I was going to the places that, thank God, I knew enough to know that I needed to get out of that place. I just kept using more and more, and what I didn't realize at the time was I was just covering things up, the issues that were underlying years and years ago that I just didn't get, I didn't understand, and I didn't want to deal with it. And the crack cocaine just covered it up. And that was my drug of choice. You know, I got married, I got divorced. You know, I took out some of that frustration through my marriage, through the divorce. I have 3 kids, beautiful children. You know, I tried to separate them from that mess. But what I did know was I needed something different. I needed to be different, where I wasn't going to be the person that I knew I could be. I didn't know what the answers were. I was at rehab before. I was at Cairn back in 2007, which is a very nice facility. I love Cairn, and I still have a lot of friends that I met at Cairn. And a lot of what I learned at Cairn probably enabled me to get here in the first place, but it never gave me the ability to truly understand what was underlying underneath the addiction issues. It taught me the 12-step program extremely well. You know, I would work a 12-step program on and off again, which I think a lot of people do that do work a 12-step program. Certainly there's some people that you'll see when you go to a meeting that have been there for many years. But I think by far people go and then they feel like they're better, and then they stop going. They might use a little bit and then go back. And, you know, I did that for a while, and then I just stopped going. And I did that for a lot of years. I went to Cairn in 2007. I didn't start smoking crack until probably the end of 2014, something like that. The foundation really taught me how to ask for help and know where to get help from, but we never once talked about those underlying issues, which for me there was a lot, and it's not something to go into right now. But here, there's no one event that I would say changed the tides. There's no specific program, but there's an untold number of people here that just really care. And they care enough to let your feelings and emotions come out, and therefore to talk about what those issues are. And I got tears now not because of the pain, but because I'm glad that the healing is here. It started. I'm not completely fixed, but I know where I need to go, and truly to my heart today, I can honestly say, not in the 30 days I've been here, or been back here, do I not feel like that inner anguish, that inner frustration is gone. But I know how to deal with future issues that come up. And I feel good about that, Dean. I feel really good about it. I feel like the issues that I had from my past, I'm okay with them now. You know, I've dealt with them. There's no prescription. There's no 12-step answer to the deep issues. And that's really what's touched on here. I'd never once had a discussion where we discussed crack or any other drug. We just talked about the underlying issues, and in that, my desire started to fade. And it's not 100% gone, but it's 95% gone. And I know, because I have left and came back, that I know that I have a network of people at the sanctuary, including Dean, who's sitting right in front of me right now, Kelly, Ruby, Steven, Brent, the list goes on, that I know I can contact them at any time, and they're there to listen. It's amazing how similar our stories are. You know, I say we have within group, one thing that I've said a lot lately is that it's like story here, insert drug here, you know, to cover up the pain and anguish from the previous part of the story. Now we create new problems because of drug. Then we come to the sanctuary. We realize, you know, here they realize it's not necessarily the drug that caused the issue, it just compounded the issue. And when you get to the core of the problem, that drug kind of, its effects and the desire really just fade away. I came here once and had to leave because I wasn't done. But, you know, what I took away from here after the first time I was here was some knowledge and the ability to make different choices than I did before. And, you know, from day after day of being gone from here, which totaled a total of 9 days, I came back because I knew I was ready for it this time. And this time when I came back, I put my whole heart into it. I didn't know quite what I wanted when I came back. I'm not going to say I came back here and was saying, man, I need to stop smoking crack, or I need to totally change, or I need to get to this particular point in 30 days time. You know, I left here the first time with an excuse that a big financial firm was going to hire me and train me, and I was going to be this big successful guy working with other people's money. Man, was I fooled. I fooled myself. And I don't need to be that person anymore. I don't need to feel frustrated, angry, tired, wore out. I don't feel like I gotta put a crack pipe to my lips. I don't have to, I'm not ever have to think about, do I want to put a pill in my mouth or anything of that sort. I feel like I don't have the desire. And I can talk about it today. At one time when I first got here, I would have said, man, if I would have talked about that, I would have got this urge to use. Today, not at all. I think if I look back at this video, I think I'll see that too. I think I'll see there's a guy that's pretty clear. Yeah, I feel lucky. I feel really lucky. I really feel like if I would have stayed and not come back, I think I would be dead right now. And I think I'd be dead because of any one of a number of different reasons. I really dove in very deeply into my addiction, and really had some pain there that needed to be kind of let go. And thank God, I don't know, Dean, you say this a lot. There's something that brought you here. There's something that brings us all here to the sanctuary. And I don't know what it was that brought you here, but there was an energy here, I think, long before any one of us were ever put on this earth. And I don't know what it was that got me here, and I was unprepared, and I was blown away within just the first couple days. The amount of love and support that came from not only the people working here, but from Dean and Kelly and their entire staff, but from the patients that were here. I came in to the most amazing group of women that were here to get help for themselves, and they gave me the support that I needed, and they knew exactly what I came here for. I didn't try to hide it. I didn't try to cover it up. I came into group, I told my story, and I had an overwhelming amount of support from the start. That was never an issue here, which I did not see. I've never seen anywhere else in anything that I've done. I'm lucky. I'm really lucky. Your question is, do I feel optimistic? I've always felt optimistic, and I got a smile on my face today again, that I know there's a lot of good things ahead for me. And I'm most optimistic about I'm going to be able to help somebody else in the future. Big part of my life has been take. I've given back. I've done my part that I felt I was giving back. But today I feel like I have an opportunity. I feel like in the future I'm going to be able to give back to others that maybe have been in my situation. Maybe it's something simple as my kids and knowing how to help them out. It's amazing. I'm amazed. I'm amazed that I came where I'm amazed I'm sitting here right now. It's beautiful. I'm lucky. I'm very lucky. I'm alive today.